Unlike Abati, Chnnels, TV's Sheung and Mope deserve praise. Perugi, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. As a journalism professor and former journalist, I feel obliged to point out Chnnels Television, Mope Ogun Yusuf and Sheung Okinbaloye aren't getting the plaudit they deserve for the excellent, well-conducted interview they had with Buhari last week, despite the limitation they had to contend with. Their questions were pointed, direct, relevant, earnest, and in the public interest. Sincerely, the interview was everything, they asked him, I think they asked him the questions that most Nigerians will want to ask, sincerely. I think they did a beautiful job. They really know their onions. Kudos to them. You cannot take it away from them. They said, if someone does well, you actually, tell him he did well so that he can actually do better. So, it is a good one from them, and we get to see that the president, a lot of things came out from that interview, or rather sprang forth from the interview. Sincerely, a lot of things. The way he was answering the questions, I'm not sure that it was pre-planned or it was staged. But even if it was, sincerely, they did a beautiful, beautiful job. Sincerely, kudos to them. Okay, let's find out more about the news in detail. The questions were pointed, direct, relevant, earnest, in the public interest. Their follow-up questions were even more appropriate, probing, and intense. And their delivery and demeanor were comedically professional. They also came across as supremely assertive, confident, knowledgeable, and well-prepared. It was their brilliant interviewing skills and their capacity to artfully pivot away from the pre-submitted questions as or compel them to turn in before the interview that helped expose the all-too-well-known soft underbelly of Buhari's mental and intellectual debilities, which his handlers have been working extremely hard to conceal. The Chnnels TV interview was a model for interviewing a reclusive, carefully packaged know-nothing like Buhari, particularly when you compare it to the professionally disgraceful PR show that Arise TV Reuben Abati, Segun Adeniyi and their colleague did with Buhari on June 10th, 2021. As I pointed out in my June 19, 2021 column titled Abati, Arise TV PR show and Buhari's dementia. The questions were feeble. Obvious followers' prompts were ignored. The questioners, diffident, and the viewer was left scratching their head about what they had just watched. It was the journalist's equivalent of a bad circus. I also said the Rise TV's interview did not have the haziest resemblance of a professional journalistic interview. It was a predetermined, duplicitous public relations performance that stole and wore the gaps of journalism to give it undeserved professional legitimacy. It is curious that while Arise TV is supposed to be a PDP or oppositional channel, if it is possible for anything like Nduka or Baigbena owns to be anything but mercenary, that is, Chnnels TV is supposed to be the APC or pro-government station. Yet it was Chnnels TV journalists who asked sharp inquisitory questions to Buhari, and Arise TV journalists asked weak, transparently propagandistic questions designed to score Buhari's failings, which Abati followed up with another nascent PR piece in this day. It is also curious that Abati and Adeyi are primary print journalists, while Okinbaloye and Ogun Yusuf are primarily broadcast journalists. Print journalists are often stereotyped as deep and critical, and broadcast journalists as shallow and obsessed with glamour at the expense of substance. But it was Abati and Adeniyi who were shallow and uncritical, and Ogun Yusuf and Okinbaloye who were self-assured, probing, and who embodied all the high-minded virtues of journalistic integrity. Stereotypes, even the most time-honored professional stereotypes, are misleading. Good job, Sheung and Maokwe. Okay. Sheung Awards become so soft when interviewing an APC member, but try to show hardness on PDP. He is not near a professional journalist. He is biased and he's biased and incompetent. Well, my own is that they got to show our eyes opened. Sincerely, if you're living in Nigeria and after you watching that particular interview, you don't see something wrong, you don't see things, as in you don't come to the light about some things that you don't know, you didn't know previously, something is wrong. I said the same thing in short sentence. Arise TV interview to Buhari then. Nonsense. Okay. Shane always set the record straight when it comes to interviews. Watching him conduct interviews always made my day. Thumbs up, Shane Ryzen. So this is a kind of gentle reminder. If you are in any field, please do your job well. Sincerely. Anything, even they don't even talk and let me switch. They don't talk and say anything where you did do. Make you put your eyes down well. Do them well. If na moto you dey wash them well. If you be journalist, do them well. So that at the end of the day, you don't know where your work fit carry you waka go. In essence, whatever you are doing, put your heart and mind to it. No matter how little it is. Maybe it's fetching you something very minimal. But it's the matter you handle it, it will determine if you're going to be given something better or not. Honestly, I was hugely disappointed with that show of shame when Reuben Abati presented as presidential interview. Before that interview, I used to be his fan and I never believed he could compromise his hard-earned reputation as a professional journalist for anything. Since that day, I hardly follow his TV program, This Day Live. Okay, somebody coming out. This is Nigerians coming out now to say, kudos to those who did the right thing and kudos to those who did not. Some people will say for fear of the unknown, I don't want to lose, don't want to lose relevance and all. And maybe because of that, they try not to be themselves in their various careers. At the end of the day, that thing you say you do not want to lose is actually what you stand to lose. Okay. Yes, channel interview is better, but we are eager to make the president happy. Really. Okay, like I said earlier before, it is a reminder. Wherever you find yourself, even if you are outside, even if you're doing anything, no matter what you're doing, just ensure that you do it well, and of course you do it well and give it life. As in give it life. Make sure you do it in such a way that when anyone comes in contact with it, the person will be like, wow, this is really good. Okay. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen.